Right, I've noticed a lot of girls say that they don't like other girls. I am one of these people, but I've only just realised. I think women are just, by nature, just really, really bitchy. People judge everyone in society for being racist or homophobic or sexist, but women hate on each other much more than anybody else. And women always seem to think other women have underlying motives and are really sly about things. And being a girl myself, I will admit I think exactly the same. But I can acknowledge that. People have been raised to believe we always have to be better than everybody else. So while you're at secondary school, it's always the popular girls who were always the topic of conversation, like who had the hottest boyfriend, who wears makeup to school, and who's generally growing up too fast, going out drinking, who started smoking, stuff like that. Everyone wanted to be those kind of girls. And looking back on that, that's really, really stupid. That's how girls were like at school. Even me, I'll be the first to admit, I wasn't very popular at school. Boys didn't like me. I was bullied a lot by the girls in my year because I didn't dress like them, didn't go out drinking or have loads of boyfriends that I could switch between. So for a teenage girl in that situation, all you want to see is the people that are apparently better than you fail at everything they have going for them. Which might seem bitchy, but that's what we want. And you just want all the things that she's popular for to be taken away from her. Yeah, looking back, it might seem really petty, but it's the same as how a guy might be really competitive at sport, and that them being good at that will be what makes them popular. Because men compete physically rather than visually. That's why they fight. Well, with girls it's more intimidation. If you don't like the popular girls, you constantly seek approval because everybody else is the same. It's like Mean Girls. Nobody likes the popular girls, yet they constantly seek approval from them. Everyone is the same. So I'm going to put together a list of things that I personally don't understand about why girls don't like each other. Number one is, why do women see other women as such a threat to their boyfriends? I mean, I've got a lot of male friends, and a lot of their girlfriends in the past have been really, really jealous of the fact that I'm friends with them, despite having male friends of their own. I mean, it's not okay for us to have male friends, but not for our boyfriends to have friends who are female. Like, we always say, oh yeah, we want to be treated as equals within the relationship, so act like you deserve to be treated like an equal. Makes sense, right? Number two, I've noticed when I'm asked a question, sometimes I can't think of a reason why I'll say no. Like, I'll be asked, say, what I want to do or something, and I'll say, oh, I don't know, blah blah, but I'll shoot down options for no other reason than because I don't want to. And I'll say, but why? Why don't you want to? Because I said so. Why do girls do this? Number three, with women, everything is a competition, along with constant copying and trying to be like other girls. How can you expect people to like you when you don't act like you and you just do whatever somebody else does? That isn't attractive in the slightest. That's jealousy. A woman will compete visually because you can judge someone visually the second you meet them. Whereas men compete physically, which you can't judge until you've gotten to know somebody. Which personally is why I get on better with men. It's a lot easier. Because girls are just bitchy. That's why I don't have many friends who are girls. Number four. Girls show off a lot. If something's going on in our lives that's new, I can guarantee we'll tell anybody who listens about it. Although a girl may do this herself, they will still complain to other girls about it, which is essentially doing the same thing. It's like, say somebody says something about them having a new boyfriend, and say the person they're telling has recently just got out of a relationship. The girl who's just got out of a relationship will bitch to other girls, saying, like, oh, you've been so insensitive, telling me all this stuff, showing off about it because she's got a boyfriend. It's ridiculous. Some girls need to take a step down and shut the fuck up. I'm not even kidding. It actually really does my head in. And the last thing is number 5. Nothing is ever good enough for a woman. We will always want to look better, and we will always compare ourselves to other women. That's why we read magazines, because you see all these really, really pretty women who are famous, probably for no other reason than the fact that they're attractive, and we think, people love them. I want to look like them, so people will love me. But they won't love you for you, they'll love you for what you look like. And girls will constantly say, oh, I wish a man will love me for me and not my body. Well, what do you expect? If you just want to look like somebody else, people will like you for what you look like. It's ridiculous. I spent the majority of my school life bullied into thinking I was different from everybody else because of the way I dressed, and the way that I wanted to do my makeup, and the music that I listened to. So I spent the entirety of my school life comparing myself to other people, whether it was the girls in my class or people in magazines or whatever. Thinking why can't I have her body? Why can't I have a face like hers? Why can't I have her clothes? The fact of the matter is I could have had all of those things, but I still would be me. And they made me feel bad about myself, not what I look like. So I felt bad about being me, not about what I look like at all. So it wouldn't have made any difference, because they still would have bullied me because I was me. If that makes any sense. But now that I'm a little bit older, I'm a bit more confident, and I've found myself a little bit. I'm not a kid anymore. But girls want things that they can't have, rather than just being happy with what they've got. A lot of girls are like this, and some girls don't grow up at all. I know some girls who are my age, I'm 19, and they're exactly the same as they were when we were at school. They still care about, who looks like who's got the hottest boyfriend, who can dress up the most when they go out on a night out. It's ridiculous. These are the reasons girls don't like girls. They won't admit them, but I have. I will be doing more videos like this. If you could think of any other reasons why girls don't get on with other girls, put them in the comments and I'll read all of them and I'll reply to them. Thank you. I'll probably be doing another video like this eventually. Thank you.